Hey there, it's Gary from Soccer Labs. And today I want to tell you a little story about, girl didn't like us here. She went home, had a good workout, but told her dad that, she just didn't like it here. So when I talked to her dad the next day, he said, no, she's not going to come back. She didn't like it at Soccer Labs, and she just doesn't feel it's right for her. So, of course, we're always trying to look for positive improvement, and part of that is taking criticism and then saying, okay, look, this isn't good here, so what do we have to do to fix it? How can we make it better? And oftentimes that really does come from people that are critical versus people that compliment. So I always like to listen to what people don't like about Soccer Labs so we can make it better. I mean, that's just a natural evolution of any business, right? Well, this father tells me, goes, well, she didn't like it because she was training with a girl that was younger than her, and she doesn't like being with younger kids, and this and that. I thought, okay, well, that's interesting. And he goes, well, she's an elite player, and she's really good, and, she's very competitive, and da-da-da-da-da. I thought, okay, yeah. Now it was all starting to come together. And he said, so, she just didn't feel right training with those younger kids. Now, here's the thing. We have a younger group, we have an older group. When we have younger kids that are just advanced, we don't care how old they are. Because there's one thing about a soccer ball. A soccer ball doesn't care whether you're 12 years old, 14-year-old, or 18 years old. It doesn't care. The net, it doesn't care how old you are. Other teammates don't care how old you are. If you can play, nobody cares your age. If you can't play, nobody cares your age, okay? Soccer is a meritocracy. You get what you put into it. You get what you deserve. Nothing more, nothing less. The back of the net doesn't care. That ball doesn't care when you kick it, how old you are. Anyhow, point of the story is she was partnered up with this girl named Mara. Mara was always one of our toughest, hardest working, one of my favorite players here at Soccer Labs, just because she had just a great attitude and was always just working it hard. So Mara was a couple years younger than her, but they were partnered up, and what was happening was Mara kept beating her. Every time they would do something, even though they were doing it together, these kids can figure out that, hey, my partner is doing it faster, she's doing it better, she's more skilled, she's whatever. They just know. I mean, kids figure this stuff out. They are so competitive. They are constantly watching what those other kids are doing. So here's a person that didn't like Soccer Labs, and some people just aren't going to. But she didn't like it for the wrong reasons. She didn't like it because she didn't like getting beat by a younger kid. But that's what's going to happen in this world. You're going to get beat by people younger than you, people that you don't think should be beating you, but they're doing it. The kids come into Soccer Labs, they get good fast. When you come in through that door, you might be a 2-year, 3-year, 5-year, 10-year soccer player, and all of a sudden you find out that the kids here are faster, better, stronger, quicker, more agile. They're better with both feet. They're better with their weak foot. If you just stick with it, you'll get there too. If you don't stick with it, you better get used to it, because these kids, I tell you, they get good fast. Sometimes it's amazing to me when the kids come for a couple months, and I think, wow, that's a really good player. Then they go away for a couple months, and the other kids stay, and all of a sudden that kid comes back, and I see him, I'm like, at first I think, well, what happened? And then I start to realize it's like nothing happened. It's just a relative scale. Everyone else moved up while they didn't move up as quickly. They were off doing something else. They were playing on their team. All of a sudden, these other kids, their skill set picked up, and they kind of got left behind. So if you don't want to get left behind, if you do care about being the best you can be, come on into Soccer Labs. You get your first couple visits for free. If you haven't been here for a while, well, you might want to come back, because you might not realize how much better these kids are getting. Maybe you're not, all right? That's no slam on any person. It's just that if you're not progressing as quickly, you're kind of falling behind. So anyhow, come on in. If you haven't been here before, 2 are free. Check it out. See if it works for you. If it does, great. If it doesn't, well, that's okay. Maybe you don't like younger kids either. But like I said, the reality is it's a meritocracy. You either put the ball in the back of the net, the ball doesn't care how old you are, how old your cleats are, what color they are, or what size you are. The ball's either in the back of the net or not. So come on in, get good at soccer, learn the skills that we're teaching here, and I guarantee you will be a better soccer player in a very short amount of time. 4 or 5 sessions is all it takes to see a visible difference in the soccer skills when you come into Soccer Labs. All right. This is Gary. I got to get ready for the next session, so I will see you the next time you walk in, or feel free to call me and I will answer any questions you have. Our number's on the website, and just feel free to call and ask for me and I will answer your questions. All right, thanks again. This is Gary with Soccer Labs wishing you a great day. Bye now.